As we know, it's not just the presidential race that's important, as we've been trying to tell everyone. It's also the Senate votes that are important, as well as who's running for governor, who's running for mayor, who's running for district attorney. So we are going to go over a few that are running. So, big seat in the state of Kentucky. We have Republican Mitch McConnell, the incumbent trying to beat newcomer Democrat Amy Mcgrath. Sees, what's your political take on the race?
Oh my God! I mean, you got a guy like Mitch McConnell who's been in the Senate for years.
True.
Not to mention that his wife is in Donald Trump's cabinet. So that's another thing. Mitch McConnell has held up the Senate since, Obama, his last 4 years was limited compared to his first 4.
Right.
And it probably has to do, not probably, it is. It has a lot to do with Mitch McConnell. Mitch McConnell has been tearing the Senate up for years. And he's never the talk of the mainstream media. The mainstream media won't tear him down the way they tear down Nancy Pelosi.
Right.
He has a lot of pull in Kentucky. The man is rich. I mean, his pull is unreal in Kentucky. This guy has killed 395 different pieces of legislation that the Democrats have passed out of the House. The Democrats have passed so many of the things that our community needs, and Mitch McConnell will not let it pass. So Amy Mcgrath, right?
Yes, Amy Mcgrath.
She needs to win that Senate seat. Now, she lost, I think it was, she was going for a Congress seat in last time around. She lost that race, I believe. And Kentucky is a rough state, man. They Kentucky, if they vote, it's rough, man. Like, you have to have your politics got to be on point. So far, Amy McGrath's politics has been on point. She had the brother that she went against in the primaries. She beat the brother, and now she's going head to head with Mitch McConnell. Let's see what happens. The good people of Kentucky need to get involved, because the good people of Kentucky, we need to change majority leaders. Mitch McConnell ain't working for our community.
All right, another big race that will decide the future of Georgia. We have, is it John Ossoff? Sees John Ossoff?
Yes.
He'll try to knock off Republican David Perdue. So what's your take on this one?
John Ossoff, they had this thing, the Republican Party was really going at him his last time around. He also ran again, I think it was in the Congress. He lost that race. They tried to tie him to Barack Obama, tried to say he was the white Barack Obama. He did have a tone like Obama, you know what I mean? And they used that to say, and his state is kind of rough. They didn't like Obama in that particular state. They had a lot of, issues with Obama at the time for whatever reason. In my view, it was all social. It wasn't anything that had anything concrete, that was progressive or even conservative.
Do you like any of the Senates that are running out of those two?
I like John Ossoff. Give the young man a chance. You know what I mean? He's got fresh blood for younger people. We are in a new day. We need politicians who are going to think outside the box. Vote John Ossoff.
All right, and we have another Senate seat up for the taking this year in Georgia. We have Doug Jones, who's the incumbent trying to hold off.
I'm sorry, that's Alabama.
Oh.
Doug Jones, Alabama people. We're sorry. I read that wrong over here, too.
All right. So, another Senate seat up for the taking this year in Alabama is Doug Jones, who's the incumbent trying to hold off Republican Tommy Tuberville. I think Doug Jones has won before.
Yes.
I think this is like his third time running. I remember Doug Jones. I used to stay in Alabama, and he did win before.
Well, Doug Jones is the one who beat the The guy who was messing with underage kids.
I don't know, but he lost against somebody who's in office now. He lost against him, and the guy who's in office now has been in office for this is his second term. So I'm really glad to hear this information. I hope Doug Jones wins.
Yes.
I hope he wins.
And they say it's an uphill climb for him.
It is, yes.
You know, in the state of Alabama, Alabama is one of the poorest states in the union. So, you know, we really need a change. We need Doug Jones to win that race so he could bring more politics and progressive things out there.
Yes, there's a lot of change going on in Alabama, a lot of infrastructure. They're also trying to charge a whole lot of money just to go through the bridge there. So I really hope he wins and he fixes all of that. Now, see, do you know who's running in Alaska?
Who is running in Alaska over there?
No. And lastly, out of Alaska, we have Democrat Al Gross. Is that his name?
Yes.
Al Gross and Republican Dan Sullivan. So I know that the Democrat is actually independent, but he is...
He'll probably
he's a Democrat now?
Well, he's an independent that'll probably caucus with the Democrats.
Okay.
You know, well, he might caucus with the Republicans. I mean,
we never know. Alaska's like its own little territory, kind of like Hawaii. So, kind of like you, I'm curious to see what his beliefs are, what he stands for, what he's going to do if he wins. Since you mentioned he was technically independent, and also just Alaska is so different from the United States. It's part of the United States, but I'm just saying it's not connected to the other states.
They have a lot of different issues going on up there. Like,
correct.
And and one of the reasons why they may have different issues is because I wonder what the percentage of black people is out there.
Right.
Like, you know, how they feel about things that's going on with our government right now. Mm-hmm. But I guess that's a serious race to look at, because it could give the Democrats the majority in the Senate.
Of course. Absolutely.
So, but he can turn around and be like, no, I'm going to caucus with the Republicans, and that'll just upset everything, you know.
Mm-hmm. That's true. All right, we'll be back after the break.